Pride is the only thing that can take anyone down. Pride goeth before a fall. If you have pride in you, you're bound to fail. You will never succeed if you have pride in you. Trust me. And what is pride? Pride is just taking credit for something. When you begin to take credit for things, you take the glory unto yourself, you're bound to fail. Failure is definitely going to set in. Anytime you start taking credits for things, taking glory, taking the honor to yourself, you're bound to fail. Let me explain what pride is so that you will have a better knowledge and understanding of what pride is. Pride is, like I said, taking the credits of something to yourself. You're taking credits. You want to praise yourself for everything you do. You know, at that point where you start telling yourself, I am the best in what I do. No one like me in my field of studies, in my workplace. I am the best driver in the whole world. I am the best footballer. I am the best mechanic. I am the best in everything, in every aspect. You tell yourself at that point when you start hitting your chest and tell yourself that nobody is like me, nobody can do this thing I do. You start hitting your chest and tell yourself that there is no one like me, nobody can do it the way I do. You know, you start recognizing, you start acknowledging these parts of you. You start exhibiting this attitude that no one is like you, that nobody can do this thing you do the way you do it, and all of that. You're taking this credit to yourself. You see yourself as the best. You see yourself as number one. You see yourself that no one can compete with you. You're placing yourself above others, recognizing yourself above others, putting yourself in the position that you're telling yourself that nobody can do it the way you do. Even if you're the best, do not say it and do not take that credit to yourself. You're able to do those things that you're doing, that you think you're the best in those things you're doing. You're able to do them because something is enabling you to do those things. Grace of God is enabling you to do those things that you are doing. So you cannot take the glory to yourself. You cannot take these credits. No, you cannot. God has given you the power, the strength, the ability, the smartness, the intelligence, and knowledge to do all of that you do, that you think that you are the best. He has given you that, so you have to return all the glory to God. When people tell you, man, you're the best, let them say it, not you saying it. But when they say it, don't let it get into your head. If you let it get into your head, pride sets in. When they say that, you just say thank God. Now, when you say thank God, you are returning all the glory to God, who has given you the strength, the ability, the intelligence to do all that, the enablement to do all that you're doing. When they tell you, yo man, you're the best, I wish I'm like you, you're so handsome, you're beautiful, don't let it get into your head. Return all the glory to God and say thank God for giving you the strength, for enabling you to do all that you're doing. You will see some people coming out and say, man, I'm so handsome, I'm too handsome. You look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that, man, I'm handsome, I'm the most beautiful girl in the whole world. If you let that get into your head, you're bound to fail. Trust me. That beauty that you're seeing in that mirror can disappear in one day, in 1 second. I'll tell you a little story. I was driving, I went to somewhere, the road was so tiny. I went to check out a house somewhere. The road was so tiny. And there's no place you can do a reverse or a turn at that place. So the only way to go out from there is just to go back. The same way I came, I had to go back. And now look at what happened. I was now reversing, going back without looking at like turning or something. I was just going. It was a very tiny road. So I was going back very well. Like I was really driving very well going back. And at that point, at some point while I was going back, and I said to myself, I was with a friend, and I said to myself, and I said it loudly, I said it so loud that my friend heard me. I was talking to my friend. I said, man, I'm a professional driver. I said that to myself. I wasn't supposed to say that. Now look at what happened. When I said that, I took the credit. I was driving very well, going back very well, perfectly well. Then I now realized, man, I am too good. And I said to myself, to the hearing of my friend, I said, man, I am the best driver in the world. That was what I said. That I'm a professional. It is. I said only a professional would do this. I kept repeating that. I was repeating it, like repeating it. So it was getting into my head. I was so proud of that I was driving back perfectly well. And look at what happened. And what I'm telling you was just what happened. It was, my car left the road and there was a fence by the side of that road. I was looking, trust me, I was looking, but I don't know. It was like I was blindfolded. I couldn't see anymore. And then my car almost hitting that fence. Then it was like the covering was removed. And I realized what I was doing. And then I stopped the car and then controlled it and then came out from there. And by this other side was a swamp. That if I had fallen into that swamp, it would be very difficult to lift the car, to bring out the car. If I'm going to bring out the car, that means I'm going to come with a towing van or something, which I'm going to spend so much to bring out that car from that place if I don't get injured. So you see, something struck my mind when the whole thing happened. Something struck my mind and said, you took the pride, you took the credit to yourself. You took that glory that you were driving back very well to yourself, instead of acknowledging God that has given you the skills to drive very well. You took the pride, you took the glory, you took the credit to yourself, and that was why you nearly hit the fence. And I felt so sorry. Deep down, I felt so sorry. And I said to my friend, I am not supposed to have taken the credit to myself. So what am I trying to say? Taking credit to yourself is not ideal. It is pride. It is pride, and it is wrong to take credit to yourself for whatever thing it is. Do not take credit for something. Only God takes all the glory, and his glory he will not want to share with any man. That you're a professional, that you're very good in what you're doing, that you're very smart, that you do everything you do neatly, very well, perfectly. You are intelligent, you're smart in your field of studies, in your field of work, or wherever anywhere you find yourself, that you're doing those things well, doesn't mean you have to take credit for those things. No. Give all credit and all glory to God. Never you take credit or glory for anything. For whatever thing you are, for who you are, for whatever thing you're doing, it's just by the grace and mercy of God. It is not by your power. So never you take credit. When you start taking credit, pride sets in. And once pride comes in, you're bound to fail. Don't forget that I told you that.